Okay, once you have your drawing etched into your copper, the next step, I know that most of you were using this to carve it in. You can use this also to add texture to it. And what I mean by that is if you have something, so mine is really complicated and it has a lot of details. I told you guys to keep it as simple as you could. But if you have something really simple, what you could do is put some texturing in the background. And you could do that many different ways. But I'm not going to do texturing in the background. I'll show you that on a separate piece of copper. But for right now, I want you to think about making your object seem a little bit more three-dimensional. So what I'm going to do is, you can either use this tool, which I'm going to go behind my drawing, and I'm going to try to make some of these areas pop out a little bit. And you can use this tool, but if you want it to be a little smoother, like, here, I'll show you in a second. If you do it this way, I'm not pressing real hard. Please do not put this tool through the copper. If you are even in danger of doing that, you're pressing way too hard. Give it like medium pressure, not hard. If you could see how now this area is sticking up a little bit, if you do that throughout your whole design, you can really make it look more three-dimensional. Some people are not going to like the look of using this tool because it's not as smooth. Like, see, I did this one with this tool, and this one I used something like this. I'll bring out different tools tomorrow, and you can kind of experiment a little bit with them. But like, if you want it to be smooth but still kind of pushed out, you can use something a little bit more suited for that. Like something that will give you a smoother. Okay, so see, it's sticking up, but it's smooth now. Once you get some of these to stick up, or get the areas to stick out from behind, you can go back even. So I want to push these out. I want to push out the sections of my wings. And then I'm going to go back and turn it over again. And I'm going to take this tool and redo some of my lines. Because you still want it to be, you don't want to lose your drawing by making some of this look three-dimensional. So you still want to define those lines again, and also it gives it a cool look. By the way, there's two sides to this. There's a bigger side and a smaller side. The smaller side will give you those little fine lines that you're looking for. Okay, so basically you go through your drawing and you do things like this. Make it look three-dimensional, put those lines back in. Either way, you're giving this more texture, okay? I don't want it to be super smooth. I want to see evidence that you have tried to make certain areas stand up, make others flatter. Another thing I'd like you to try out is, so my background, I'm going to keep my background pretty flat. I'm not going to put a texture on mine. This tool is really good for that, for keeping things flat and pushing it down, flattening things out. Oh, also, make sure you put one of these underneath. So I want to flatten out the areas behind my dragon. So I'm going to use this tool to give me a flatter area. Again, don't press too hard. The ideal is to get the background to be pushed back a little bit and your actual image to be pushed forward. So you're going to go back and forth between these two processes and trying to get my dragon to stand up a little bit more from the copper. I want it to stand out from the background. I don't want the background and my dragon to be the same height anymore. I want this dragon to stand out. Okay. So there, I flattened my edges a little bit. I'm going to have to do that again a couple times. You're going to have to work with it. It's not going to be a one and done type thing. Okay, again, I'm gonna go back here again. I'm gonna start pushing out carefully some of these smaller areas. Don't push your lines out that you've already created. You don't want to lose your image. Again, see, and then I can come back here and I can put those lines back in. But see how it's giving me a nice texture and kind of making it look more three-dimensional? That's what I want you guys to do. So basically it's just a series of going in the back and pushing things out, and then turning it back over again and redefining your lines so that you can still see the object. Don't push so hard that you push through. Okay. So as you can see, as I'm going further along with the process, the dragon is starting to come forward. That's what you're looking for. You don't want to go through the copper, medium pressure. You want to push out from behind. And then you want to go back to the front and redefine and or flatten things as you go. Sorry to keep doing that. It's right in my way. Okay, so I'm going to continue going all the way down here and doing the same thing. Remember, you want to flatten out your background. You can use this, something like this. I will bring more tools out tomorrow for you guys to try. Yeah. But this is not going to be a one and done. I want you guys to try to work with this. I want you to, you're going to have some areas you're not going to like. You're going to want to work on them more. You're going to have to go back after you keep turning it back and forward. You're going to want to go back and rework some areas. Like I can continue to keep making this flatter and flatter until my dragon really stands out. But it's not going to take one time. It's going to be a process, okay? All right, so for today, play around with it. Use this tool. I will bring other tools out. The idea is to make the dragon look a little, or your image look a little bit more three-dimensional, okay? If you have a piece of copper or a design that's pretty simple, like here, I'll use this one as an example. Let's say that you just have one thing in the middle, okay? You can do, like here, let's do my name or my initial. Let's just say you have something simple like this. Okay. Hopefully it's not that simple, but if you have something simple, there's many things you could do with this background. You're going to want to flatten the background first. You're going to want to make this J stand out. You can even make it more textured since it's so simple. The more texture you have with the simple compositions, the better off that you are. So let's make this J really stand out. Okay, so look, now my J is standing out this way. That looks cool. If you want to go ahead and make your composition look a little more interesting, I would suggest you put some kind of texture in the background. There's many different ways you could do this. You could take this tool and you could just go ahead and make little dots. You guys see that? You can make little lines, but you definitely, if you have something really simple, you want to make the texture and the background really stand out then, okay? Have fun with it. All right, I'll see you guys in class tomorrow.